And I don't know why every time I say that, I scream, but it is so exciting. I don't know about y'all, but I've been dreaming about these blue oceans. Oh my goodness, the blue oceans, the Serengeti. When you see animals in the Serengeti, you're going to say, I can never go to a zoo again. Okay, let me tell you, let me tell you. Now, how many of you have been to Africa before? If you've never been to Africa, say never. If you've been, say me, right? So Karen, I know you just came back. Where'd you go? South Africa? Is that South Africa you went to? All right. I love it. And I know Adachi just went to Dublin. Okay. We got some world travelers in this piece. Roxanne, Sharika, Angie, where y'all been? Where you been lately? I was talking to Adachi, and if I'm saying your name wrong, let me know. Okay, sis? So I was talking to her, and one of the things that I mentioned is that the way I was raised, it was like, where are we going on our next vacation? You know, like that's it. Like, forget work, forget anything else. Like, where is the next place we are going on vacation? So we're going to Antigua in February. We're going to Tanzania and Zanzibar in July, and we're going to Fort Lauderdale in Florida. It's like I have these things beautifully spread out so that you always have something to look forward to. You get me? Oh, do y'all love that? Drop a yes in the chat. Oh, Roxanne went to Poland, Singapore, and Vietnam. Come on, sis. Yes, we out here trying to get these passport stamps. I heard they're not even stamping passports anymore. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's another day. Okay, Italy. Okay, Italy. Come on, Italy, Italy. Come on. So, all right. So let me share my slides because we got lots to share, and then we also got our brother Jay here. So let's get into it. If I can share my screen. I'm, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there, y'all. Hold on. Let's see if I can get my life. Okay, we're gonna stop the share. Then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna find Canva. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, and you went to the Netherlands? Oh, they're still stamping the passports? You do feel special, don't you? There's something special about looking through your passport. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. My husband, I surprised him with a trip one time, and it turns out his passport was expired, y'all. So I need y'all to check your check your passports and make sure they don't expire within 6 months of travel of this trip in July 25th, right? So that's one. But the guy behind him, he was on his way to his honeymoon, and he had a little perfume stain on the back of his passport, and they wouldn't let him travel. So protect your passport is what I'm saying. So yes, I am that ghetto mama that has a Ziploc bag. My passport is inside of the Ziploc because nothing can touch it. So that's my small PSA for all of you, is to make sure to keep your stuff on task. Okay. All right. So, oh, there's the present, but I was looking for the present button this whole time, y'all. I'm gonna get my life in order. Okay. So welcome to our Tanzania and Zanzibar. Am I saying Tanzania right, Jay? Am I saying it right, Tanzania? Okay. I was like, I've heard people say it in different ways. It made me think that I was uncultured out here. Okay. So
No,
Tanzania.
you got it.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
some people say
Cool.
Tanzania. Some people say
Yes,
Tanzania. Yeah,
yes. So I
right.
was confused. I'm like, am I saying it wrong? They saying it wrong. Who's saying it wrong? What do
Yeah,
the
there's
locals
The
say?
British say Tanzania, so that's where it gets a little tricky. The British say it
Tricky.
that way, but there they say Tanzania. That's how they say it.
Okay. They say
Yeah,
it there, Tanzania. Okay. Because,
yeah, yeah.
according to my ancestry.com, I do have some English in me. So I don't know if I had to say it like that now that I'm British, right?
No,
All
no.
right. All right, y'all. So Safari, Sunsets, and Spice, the Tanzania and Zanzibar experience, right? So we're just going down memory lane for a moment. So I want to say welcome, ladies. You can follow us on all the social medias, and I want to know where you're tuning in from. If you could drop in the chat, I'd like to know, where in the world are you traveling from? Where in the world are you tuning in from? I know, what is that, South Carolina? Where else do we have in the place? Where else do we have tuning in? Los Angeles, come on. Yes, come on, traffic. Jersey, all right. Charlotte, come on. Maryland, right? We got some crab. Oh man, once I was really late to a flight because we were there sitting there eating blue crabs, and we were in Ocean City, Columbia, South Carolina. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we got Lottie Dottie and everybody coming in. Nashville, Tennessee. All right, Nashville. Come on, Michelle. And I'd love to know, how did you find out about us? Like, did you just find out about this webinar like right now? Did you just see it on Instagram 5 seconds ago? Or, you follow, you're on the email list? I like to know what works in terms of getting our folks out. How did you find out about tonight? And if you're like, oh, you told me last night, Coach Cass, you could also tell me that, because we have our Real Love Network and we had our Christmas party last night. And so we were talking about it. So I'd love to know, drop in the chat, how did you guys find out? Yes, this is an interactive situation. I want y'all to be fully present, fully here to get all the vibes and all the things. Oh, so I told you? Okay, very good. I told you personally, I sure did, because I just know that you wanted to come. So I needed you to be here. Okay, Adachi. Come on. So what about the rest of you? Y'all just not gonna type? You just gonna look at me? So I just told all of y'all. Oh, you got a text message, Twana? I appreciate that. You listen to your text message. I do a lot of texting. Anybody else want to share? No? Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. Okay, you got text. Roxanne, email, I think. Real Love Network. Okay. All right, so I know most of you. So I'm thinking that you're OGs. Any first timers in the house? Any first timers? Angie, are you new to us? This is a new name. Hey, Angie. Hey, girl. Are you new? Are you new to us? Drop in the chat if you're a first timer, if you're an OG. Okay. So this is a small trip down memory lane, right? So last summer we went to Bali, right? And whatever experience that we create here, it's considered a judgment-free environment, right? Now, mind you, we don't want you streaking in the middle of the street, and we don't want you drinking to drunkenness, right? So we still want you to be safe, and we don't want to be on anybody's news special or Dateline. But outside of that, okay, it's a judgment-free environment where we just have good old fun. And what's beautiful is that, like, on our trips, women just feel seen and heard, right? I don't know about you, but I have been in circles of people where it just hasn't worked out, right? Where people just don't see you and just don't hear you, right? Love you too, boo. Right. So one of the things that we love to do is to make sure that you know that this is a place where you can be seen and you can be heard, right? And we believe that every woman is a wanted woman. So wanted means women achieving new triumphs every day. So you woke up like this, okay? You deserve to be treated well. You deserve to travel the world. You deserve to have a good time. And too often do we put ourselves last, right? And I often ask the question of, well, why do we work? Right? So many people are like, oh, well, I have work, but why? But why do we work? If we wait until retirement, and I know some of my retirees are in the house, right? It's like, if we wait until retirement, I'm sure some of y'all like, you know what? I wish I started traveling earlier. Where were you, Coach Cass? Right? So that's also the thing. Now I have some folks here that know this. You're not new to this, you're true to this, right? So y'all could drop in the chat what it's like to travel with us, because I see a lot of our folks who traveled with us before, right? So a wanted woman makes a decision. A wanted woman sticks to her decision. A wanted woman trusts her gut instinct. A wanted woman takes action. And a wanted woman joins a community of love. This is a loving community. So I am your retreat host. Just so you know, I am a love coach for busy professional women. In terms of who comes on the trip, it's professional women. What's their status? It all depends, right? So it could be single to married, but all we mandate is that you are good vibes. Y'all understand that? We need people that know how to have some fun, know how to smile, and know how to keep the drama back home, right? Because we have a rule that's like, listen, we all paid to be here, so we're gonna have a good time, right? So it's none of the tomfoolery. Ain't that right, Karen? Karen, come off of mute, right? Tell me, Karen, I feel like you've traveled quite a few places with me. So tell me, Karen, what has it been like traveling with us?
It's been wonderful. I was just about to put it in the chat. It's worry-free. All you have to do is pack your bag and bring your great attitude and expect to have a good time. And that's exactly what will happen.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And Kima, you've been on a couple situations too. Kima, what you got to say?
Hi everyone. My first trip with Coach Cass and the crew was to Costa Rica. We've been to Grenada, and coming up in 2 months, going to Antigua. And when she said Africa, I was like, girl, how did you know this was on my bucket list? I am there. I'm looking forward to a great time. It's always a blast. It's like a sisterhood, and we all just look out for one another, and everyone's just like so loving and friendly, and just want to make sure everyone has a good time. And Coach Cass always like puts it together to where that you don't have to worry about anything. Just come and show up and show out and dance and eat and party and drink and just have fun.
Have a good time. That's it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kima. I appreciate you. So just so y'all know, there are no workshops on this retreat. I know for sometimes we see retreat, we're like, oh, we're going to learn. We're going to be in a classroom. Listen, how many of y'all just been learning all the time? How many of you are avid learners? You are always learning. Sometimes you just need to be. Okay, that is the lesson in and of itself. Sometimes you just need to rest. Sometimes you just need to adventure. So this experience literally is curated for you to embrace the culture of Africa, of Tanzania and Zanzibar, to meet the people, to be a part of the culture, to see the animals, to be in the beach, to shop, to enjoy, to dance. Exactly what my girl Kima was saying. So it's to have a good time. Y'all like to have a good time? How many of y'all like to have a good time? Right? So that was us in Bali. We had fun.
The Facebook.
Can y'all listen? Do you hear this?
And then I went to her retreat last October, and since then I have been following her everywhere.
Rena is coming on the trip, right? So literally she comes to everything that we have going. This is Dolores. I don't know if I can play it.
This Wanted Woman retreat experience, I have to be honest with you. For me, it is spiritual. I am in an environment where the trees, the culture, the people are so peaceful. That is something that I seek, that I really need in my soul, is to be peaceful. And then I had an experience with the ladies who are here on this trip where every woman was vulnerable, took off their wigs, they took off their like wonderful face covering, and they revealed themselves to each of us, and we were all accepted. There was no judgment. But I have to tell you, there was a lot of crying, but it was refreshing. It was spiritual to me.
So what ended up happening in Bali is that we all got together for like a pajama night. You know, sometimes when we get together and you get to talking, man, we were all boohoo crying. Don't worry, we won't mandate you to take off your wig. You could keep it on. But essentially we it's a safe space is what we're getting at, right? It's a safe space where you can just be. And sometimes, you have sorors, you have girlfriends, you have family, but there's something beautiful about getting together with other women far, far away to just get it all out, to just have a really good time, to enjoy yourself and let your hair down, literally, or put down figuratively, right? Right. So we have colors, we have themed nights, we have a really good time. This is Aisha. I want to say she's an executive with a beautiful marketing company.
Really, really enjoyed connecting with the women here. The experiences were amazing. The excursions we've done so far have been awesome. Having a good balance of downtime and actually going out and like adventuring in the country has been such a great balance. But I think ultimately the most moving moment for me was just sitting down and having conversations at the end of the day and really getting to know the women who are on the trip.
So, just know that we attract good vibes. And so y'all know, we only have 3 spots left, okay? Literally. And I had to squeeze them out of Jay. I was like, Jay, we gotta, he told me that the safari was sold out. I said, no, sir. No, sir. I know I got a couple ladies that's been like, let me in, don't leave. Right? So he squeezed and squoze, okay? 3 3 spots, okay? 3 roommate spots. I'm just letting you know right now, there's only 3 spots left. By the end of tonight, they'll be gone, okay? So 3 spots. So last year we went to Bali. This year we're going to Tanzania and Zanzibar. Woo! So we're gonna have a couple of themed situations. Our first welcome dinner night, we're gonna do wild night where you could wear your zebra, your leopard, your patterns, right? So we gonna do it up. We're gonna have a good time, right? And then while we're on safari, one of our days, we're going to do khaki and cream dream, right? So you wear your khaki and cream. So you could be all kind of fly looking at these animals. Oh, I'm so excited. Uh-huh. And then while we're in Zanzibar, one of the nights we're going to eat at a place called the Rock Restaurants that's on the ocean. So you're going to wear your beautiful blue, right? Your azure nights, you know, the tranquil beauty of the turquoise waters. Oh, yes, darling. So yes, you know, it ain't a group trip until we start matching. Okay. So I just wanted to throw that in there for some of you. You know, I know y'all super excited about the matchy match. We like to look cute on vacation, so I wanted to throw that in there. Okay. So the question is, will you join us for our next adventure? I'm gonna take this over to our brother Jay, who is my partner in this trip, who has helped to curate something amazing for us. So let me see if I can make him a co-host so he could share anything that he wants to share. So Brother Jay, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, Coach Cass? How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I already know these 3. Let me tell you, when she said that she was squeezing 3 spots out, y'all don't understand the squeezing and everything that has had to happen. So y'all want to get these spots because this is it. It's high season in Tanzania. It is an experience, and just like Coach Cass said, you owe it to yourself. You work hard. You've probably taken care of everybody else, and now it's the time to make sure that you take care of you. One of my favorite countries on the continent of Africa is Tanzania for several different reasons, because you get so much in one experience. And so again, as Coach Cass said, you get the safari experience. So many people have never been on a safari, but it's literally like going into a different world. It's how many people remember a movie called The Lion King? Almost 20 years ago, Lion King came out, and almost 30 years ago. What am I talking about? It's had a remake. Y'all know how a song first comes out, and then it has a remake, and then you think the remake is the original, and all of that kind of stuff going on. Well, The Lion King came out almost 30 years ago, and it was based on the Serengeti. And so when the first time I went to the Serengeti, I was like, wait a minute, this feels like a movie. And you're literally in that space. And I'll show you a video in a second to kind of walk it down for you. But what I want you to understand is that Tanzania and Zanzibar is a part of Tanzania. There are 2 of the most popular vacation destinations. You'll have a chance to be in that space on the safari, and then you'll fly over to Zanzibar and see the Indian Ocean, the tranquil waters of the Indian Ocean, and be in that environment as well. And then you get a chance to learn a lot too. So you have a lot of fun. You get a chance to learn. You get a chance to eat the food. It's just a really wonderful experience. You owe it to yourself. It's coming up next July 25th. So it kicks off July 25th through August 3rd, 2025. And as Coach has said, there's only 3 slots available. So I'm going to show you some videos about the experience. And this is for adults only, just to let you know, for adults only. You'll see the experience. If you have any questions, I'll answer them for you, just to let you know that you don't need any vaccinations to go into Tanzania unless you're coming from a country that has yellow fever. I believe everybody's probably coming from the U.S. And then it does have a visa process, which is an e-visa process, but it's very easy to be able to go to Tanzania and Zanzibar. So we coach you and walk you through that whole process. But outside of that, everything you sign up and you get ready to go. So anyway, let's take a look without further delay. Let's take a look inside of the Tanzania experience. I want to welcome everybody to Tanzania. Now, does everybody know the theme for this trip is to what? Relax and what? Enjoy. So I think everybody can tell we're going to have a good time already.
Apply the heat and the balloon will rise.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Drop line, it was special. It was special.
It's about time. Time for yet another African adventure. And the destination is Tanzania and Zanzibar. We're taking you to the cradle of mankind, to the landscape that inspired the Lion King, to the heartland of the Maasai, then to some of the most pristine beaches in the world for a tropical paradise where you'll swim, sail, and watch dolphins play. Saying this trip is going to be an adventure is an understatement. The sights, the culture, the Black history is an invaluable life experience that frankly should be required of everyone. And we cannot wait to take you there.
Beautiful, wonderful.
I've been to Tanzania, even had the privilege of viewing the world from the highest peak in Africa on Mount Kilimanjaro. This experience was enlightening on a level I did not expect. And this is what we want you to be a part of, to relax and enjoy one of the most beautiful and meaningful landscapes in the world and to create memories that you can pass through generations. So how do we get the party started? We'll be kicking off our adventure in mainland Tanzania, a country in East Africa. Every country on the continent is unique, with distinct people, culture, and history. The best way to fully understand the context and frame of the right perspective is to be a part of it. This is not to say we can't learn and have fun. We've mixed up the itinerary with loads of R&R, and in the end, you'll have sampled the best in Tanzania's world-famous hospitality. Your adventure begins as soon as you land at Kilimanjaro International Airport, from where you can see the icy peaks of Mount Kilimanjaro. On day one, that's the day you arrive in Tanzania, not depart the US, you'll be picked up from the airport and taken to the hotel to check in, rest, enjoy the hotel's amenities, and shake off the day's travel before the welcome dinner later that evening. Bright and early the following morning, we are off to the Serengeti National Park. This overland park trip will involve long hours of driving on rough road. It will be physically demanding. However, the safari trucks are comfortable and we'll take breaks to stretch and take pictures.
Seeing something that this magnificent is awesome.
Unless you have a severe physical condition, the rough and tumble is manageable and well worth it. Saying the Serengeti is magical doesn't begin to describe it. Consider that it is the backdrop that inspired the Lion King movie, and you'll begin to get the picture. As custom dictates, you simply don't take a tour of someone else's home without being invited in. So naturally, we'll be heading straight to the Maasai village. The Maasai are one of the few and last indigenous tribes that are holding on to their customary way of life. Being welcomed among them will be a rare chance to interact with the ritual and ceremony of nomadic life. We'll finish day two by checking into a luxury tented camp, which is a fully furnished and self-sustaining facility, offering the comforts of a lodge without taking away from the unique and rustic safari experience. The stillness, the darkness, the crickets, the sun rays streaming into your tent at sunrise. This is what peace feels like. It's day 3, and today you get to spend the whole day on safari. Serengeti is home to Africa's Big Five: the lion, the leopard, the buffalo, the elephant, and the rhino. But this is not only about game viewing. Driving through the endless landscape is, by itself, an experience that some have referred to as emotional. Day 3 also comes with an option to purchase a hot air balloon ride. Now, if driving through the Serengeti is magical, flying over it is divine. We want to get you on that safari truck. We want you on that hot air balloon. We are bridging the gap between the dream and reality. It's day 4, and today we're venturing even further into the Serengeti, arriving at the Ngorongoro crater and the Olduvai Gorge. It's now time to leave mainland Tanzania and fly to Zanzibar, the island of spices. After 4 days on safari, the sea breeze and sandy beaches will be a welcome change of pace. While we'll get to rest, relax, and engage in some water-based excursions, Zanzibar also offers some insightful cultural and environmental experiences. It is not called Spice Island for nothing. The Spice Tour is a chance to touch, smell, and taste organic cloves, nutmeg, and cinnamon, and learn how they are grown and processed. Because of the large tourist and expat crowd, you will find food that is familiar to your palate. But we are on an exploration mission, and Zanzibar is the place to take this culinary journey. Zanzibar's Swahili cuisine is influenced by centuries of trade and immigration between Arab and Indian subcontinents. So we are talking rich, spicy, hearty, and of course tropical. The standard payment package is breakfast inclusive only, so remember to bring a minimum of $300 to $500 per person to cover any extra costs, including lunches, dinner, shopping, tips, and any activities not included on the trip's itinerary. Many of the smaller local businesses operate with cash, but a few of the more established facilities, such as hotels and mall stores, may accept Visa credit cards. You can exchange currency and buy phone SIM cards at the airport. The hotels are Wi-Fi connected for when, let's be honest, you want to get your social media friends envious of your African adventure. We often think of wildlife conservation in relation to the Big Five, but it's important to learn how smaller species of plants and animals contribute to the delicate preservation of life. The spice trade off the East African coast goes back to the 8th century when Persians arrived and built the first stone settlements. This trading history is directly linked to a darker, less talked about past, the Arab slave trade. If you fancy a full immersion into the history of Zanzibar, Stone Town is the place to go. With its century-old architecture and narrow streets, Stone Town is a lively blend of Arab and Swahili culture with a touch of the modern. You will also have the opportunity to visit Prison Island to learn more about the slave trade, feed the giant tortoises, or for a lighter touch, simply lay on the beach and sunbathe. It's day 8. Does it feel as if it's coming to an end? Yes. That's why today is all about sun and sand and, wait for it, swimming with the dolphins if you desire. Well, maybe not swimming with the dolphins exactly, but at some point during the day, we'll cross the bay at the heart of the dolphin sanctuary and you'll get to see them play and swim. As the sun sets, it'll be time to sail into the sunset and back to the city.
Yeah, I see.
Our adventure is coming to an end, but our whole new perspective of the world, its people, and of nature is just beginning. And there you have it. I cannot say this enough. Some experiences are invaluable. What this experience did for me, the clarity and the awakening that happens every time I go to Africa, far outweighs the investment in money. I will say that again. And this is what I want for you. And we cannot wait to take you there. All right. What an experience in Tanzania. And that is what we want for you, because as you saw the safari, you saw Zanzibar, and you deserve it. That's the bottom line. And so a couple of things to note: all meals are included. It's a 10-day experience. And the only thing that's not included is your international airfare. So the international airfare is not included, but we want you to be rest assured that you're going to have the time of your life relaxing there on the beaches in Zanzibar, sending all the pictures back to everyone saying, hey, where are you? What's going on? I'm in Zanzibar. That's where I am. And then, of course, taking the pictures of the elephants and the lions. And you know what the thing is? A lot of times we think that these things are out of reach, but they're really not. They're within reach. And that's the beautiful part about what Coach Cass is doing and the Wanted Woman Retreat happening right there in Tanzania coming up next year. So, Coach Cass, I know that I wanted to run down everything with everyone, but I know that we may have a couple of questions, as we get ready. So I know we'll get ready for that in a moment, but let me give the prices, and then from there we'll go into the questions. All right, so here we go. So let's see. All right, so the way that it's going to work, let me run through the itinerary real quick, and then we'll get to the prices. Day one, you're going to arrive. So that's the deal. You arrive on day one. You typically the airline that most people use when they go to Tanzania is Ethiopian Airlines, but you can also catch Emirates. You can check some of the different flights that are out there, whichever works best for you. I normally fly Ethiopian from Dulles, from DC into Addis Ababa, and then from Addis Ababa into Kilimanjaro International Airport. That's where you arrive. The airport code is JRO. So Kilimanjaro International Airport. You're going to want to arrive around midday. That's a question most people wonder. What time should I arrive? Midday, around noon, because that puts you there close to check-in time, and then it gives you time to get ready for the evening, the welcome events on that particular evening. So put that in your notes. You arrive July 25th, and you want to try to get there close to midday. The next day is when you head out to the Ngorongoro crater and the Serengeti. So you're going to be on bumpy road. So just to let everybody know, you're going to be in a safari vehicle. You're going into the bush. You're going into the safari. You're going into nature. This is their world. So you're going to be you're on bumpy road, and then you're going to have an opportunity to visit the Maasai village along the way, and then you're going to go to the tented lodge, the tented camp. That's what it is. Bathrooms are in the camp. It's beds. It is very nice. So you're not going to be sleeping on the ground somewhere. This is not like you're camping out in as when we were kids and everything, they just kind of took us out there and had us sleeping on the ground. That is not what this experience is. This is an upscale experience. And so on the way out there, your safari really starts because you are going or heading towards to the Serengeti. So in essence, you're getting a full 3-day experience as you're driving out to the safari camp. So you'll go to the Serengeti, the Ngorongoro crater, and you'll have a chance to spend some time with the Maasai village. Then you'll get the full day safari. For those who are interested in the optional hot air balloon ride, you can do that. I will tell you, I've been on many hot air balloon rides, but nothing can compare to the hot air balloon ride in the Serengeti. So that's something that you get up early that morning, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and catch the balloon ride. It is a divine experience. Then the next day, heading back to you're going to be coming back in and then heading towards Zanzibar. So what we did is, because you're driving from the Serengeti, coming back in, and then you'll stop on the way back, spend the night, and then head over to Zanzibar. When you get to Zanzibar, what's going to happen? It's going to be a special group activity that everyone loves. I will tell you that it will be on the water. And that's the one thing. So if you have any motion sickness or anything like that, just to let you know, it'll be on the water, but I will tell you, the Wanted Women Retreat will appreciate what's happening with the group activity on day 5. And then you have a chance to relax and after the group activity, and then get ready for day 6. And that's when you go to Stone Town. That's when you learn more about the history of Zanzibar. You get a chance to go to Prison Island if you wish, and then the spice tour. So that's what's happening, learning about the spices. And this is a busy day, just to let you know, has a lot of activity, but it is well worth it. Then the next day is the Jozani Forest, and this is when you have a chance to see some of the different monkeys that are there. The red colobus monkeys, they're just like little friends. They'll sit right there next to you, and they mind their business. They don't bother you. It's just really cool to see them in their natural habitat with their families. And then you get a chance to spend some time with Paje Beach. Then there's the Rock Restaurant, and let's see here. And then you get a free day. This is where you get some time to just relax. Relax. You'll be staying at the Malia at Zanzibar. So this is one of the top resorts there in Zanzibar. And that's something special that we did for the Wanted Woman Retreat. So just know that. So you have some free time to explore Zanzibar if you desire, or just to kind of, relax. And then on day 9, coming back, you'll catch a flight back over to Kilimanjaro. And then you'll have a chance to have another overnight stay. You do your farewells on that particular day, and then on day 10, you say goodbye to Tanzania, and your East African adventure concludes, and you will have a great time. So now let's go up to these 3 spaces that are available. That's the deal. So I would tell you, if you are looking to do it, you want to go ahead and do this because as soon as these spaces are gone, everything is going to shut down. So if you know that you want to do this, I would suggest going to do it. It's Coach Cass, the website is wantedwomanretreat.com. Is that correct? I want to make sure. All right. So, Coach Cass is going to come back and give you all the details. But here's the rundown. If you pay in full, $52.39 per person. And so that's how it goes. $52.39 if you pay in full. If you do the 3 payment option, it's $53.44. And then if you do the monthly option, double occupancy, and everything is double occupancy at this point, $54.99. And so it's a $199 down, and then. So I would say take advantage of it. Coach Cass, I'm going to toss it back to you because I know there are probably some questions that people might have. But let's go ahead. If you're going, let's go. Let's make it happen. We can't wait to see you in Zanzibar, Tanzania.
Goodness, come on, y'all. Clap it up for Brother Jay. Clap it up for Brother Jay. So literally, we have 3 double occupancy spots left, period. That's it. No mas, right? So literally, when you pay in full, you save. There is Klarna available, Affirm. Like, listen, we got all the layaways situations, but at the end of the day, you want to be able to secure your spot, and you can secure your spot for at least $199. Now, my Chrome is acting very funny right now, Jay. It's like frozen. So
Really?
I don't know if you want to take them through how to sign up.
Sure.
Because I know that's always like a question. And then Michelle,
All right.
asked how long the balloon ride was. So let me
All right, the balloon ride is at least an hour, so that's the one thing. Sometimes you get a little more time just depending on how the wind is blowing, so the wind plays a lot in it. But we're up there at least an hour. All right, so if you're interested, let's say you're looking at the pay in full option, let's see, book now. So you click on it, and I'll come over here to this one. There we go. So if you're one person, there we go. You see right here, you click continue based upon the amount of travelers, one person. And then if you want to add on the hot air balloon, you can. If you don't, then you don't. Then you click
you can add it later, right? What's it
to
add it? Yeah. So
so you can add it later, and we will check in with everybody about a month before the trip because it is high season. So we will want to try to get everybody in earlier. Things are selling out quickly. So if you think you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But if you need a little more time, that's fine too, and we'll check back in. Or at any point in time along the way, if you decide that you want to add it, then let us know, and then we can get that added to your account. All right, so you click continue to your payment options. And so then if you do pay in full, it's pretty easy, straightforward, continue to checkout. There you go. You enter your name over here, new customer, or if you're a returning customer, you can go right there, enter your email address and your password. But if you're a new customer, you click your information, first name, last name, email address. You're going to confirm your email address. And then they're going to ask you for your phone number, where they're going to send you a code. And then once they send you the code, then you'll have a chance to verify who you are, and all of the details will be spelled out for you. I'm going to go back here. So let's say if someone is doing the payment plan option, let's just do the one. Let's see here. All right. So let's say you're doing the monthly plan, and so you can kind of get a gauge on that. All right. So you're doing the payment installments. It'll tell you right here what your installment schedule is going to be. And you can see it right there, how much it is per month. And if you want to add more, let's say you want to add, let's say you want to put down $5.99. Then it updates it and it'll tell you. So you can put down more for your initial deposit if you want to. Some people may say, hey, listen, I want a lower payment, and you want to put down more. So let's say if you just want to put down $1,000 down, or whatever you want to do, as far as, there you go. So you see if you want to increase it, but the minimum is $199 down, and there you go. You can see what the different options are. And then you can, of course, follow the same process, and then you go from there, enter your information in, and that is how easy it is. And then you follow along with the steps, and it'll gather your payment information, and you can sign up from there. So, how's your Chrome doing, Coach Cass?
It's rough. I'm on my phone. I'm checking on my
Awesome.
phone.
You and your phone, see?
It totally froze. It's done. My computer's like, we don't work anymore.
Okay.
So who here has officially decided that they are coming to Tanzania and Zanzibar? Drop in the chat, I'm coming. Let me know. Let me know. We want to see who is coming. Who is coming to Tanzania and Zanzibar? Adachi said, I'm coming. Come on, sis. Come on. Gail said, I'm coming. Let's go. Let's go. Michelle says, I'm coming. Let's go. Kima says, I'm coming. I
That's
love
three
it.
right there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, wait a second. Michelle, Kima, Gail have their spot, right? So Adachi, go ahead and sign in, log in, get your spot together, sis. Get your spot together. Tanya, Twana, Angie, Alicia, Sharika, Roxanne, what questions do you have that we can help you make the decision today to secure, I guess, the last two spots, because Adachi about to sign up right now. So Adachi, get your life in order. Fill out the form, okay? And let us know when you fill it out so we can celebrate you, okay? I got my water right here to do a cheers. Here we go. We got some water right here for the cheers, okay? So now Gail had a question regarding how long is the bus trip to the Serengeti?
All right. So the way that it's broken up, you're going to be looking at between a 6 to 7 hour journey, but it's broken up along the way. So that's what you can expect. It's a full day. It is a full day. And it is, you're going to, again, along the way, you're going to be, it's like being on a full day safari. That is what you can look forward to. And it is bumpy road, just to let you know. And we'll coach you through everything. When you're getting ready to head over and we do our culture training, you will know every aspect, how to, from what are cultural expectations, what to do, what not to do. Everything is very easy in Tanzania and Zanzibar. But, you know, I tell people all the time, what makes it really easy is when you're prepared. And that's what we do. We make sure that you're prepared and answer any questions. Yes, there's currency exchange. You can do your currency exchange at the airport. So it's the Tanzanian shilling that you will be converting your money from. If there's anyone out there who likes to shop, then, there I saw done right there. So one slot, one was gone. And so if you like to shop,
girl,
I see. There you go. Whoop,
Congratulations.
there it is.
We got two. We got two left. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, Adachi's
Yeah,
coming.
congratulations. Congratulations.
Whoop, whoop. Wait, let's bring Adachi up. You can come on screen. I know you was cleaning.
I'm done cleaning.
You done cleaning. You done cleaning.
Yeah, I'm done
All
cleaning.
right, so tell us, girl, what made you say yes?
I'm emotional, so if I start crying, just ignore me. But many years ago, a sister friend, she actually climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and she went out there and she went to the Messiah village and she did this whole thing. It wasn't with you guys, but she did it. And I just remember saying, I want it to be me. I want to be able to do this, and I had this dream many years ago that I was in Zanzibar, like the ocean. I saw it and I called her and I was like, oh my gosh, I just had this dream. I was on the ocean. I was actually in Zanzibar, because I heard people around me saying Zanzibar, Zanzibar, And so this was about 3 or 4 years ago. And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. So yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming, guys.
Congratulations. You will have a great time. It is a really special place.
Oh man, congratulations. Oh, yay to the emotion.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm here for it. Gail out here, you trying to deliver a baby? Gail is a OB. She might have went to go deliver a baby. Yeah. Oh,
She get the thumbs up.
little baby. Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else taking action? Twana says, I'm coming. We are so excited that you're signed up with us. We're excited for you, Kima. We're excited for you, Michelle. We're excited for you, Gail. We're excited for you, Adachi. Anybody else made the decision that, you know what, as a coming, right? This is a good group. I'd like to see the world. I'd like to see the world with you. Anybody else? Anybody else have questions? Any other questions coming to mind right now in terms of
I do.
Go ahead,
Sure.
Michelle.
I have some questions.
Go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard someone else. I'm sorry. So just to confirm, because the sheet, the itinerary sheet, I keep reading, maybe I'm reading this the wrong way, but I keep reading meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, beverages not included. So, but I
No, they
saw.
are. Yeah, they are included with this trip. They are.
It's just the
Okay, okay.
beverages that aren't included. It's just worded a little funny.
Okay, so but
Yeah.
meals are included and beverages not. So okay,
Right.
okay.
So if you want to get your drink on, that's on you.
Okay, but water and all of that stuff, soft drinks and all of that kind of stuff, that's good.
Just
Some places will, some places won't. That's why we say beverages not included, because some
Okay,
places
got it.
will.
Okay, all right. And if we are considering, I had wrote my other question down. If we are considering coming in a day or two early, the hotel where we'll be staying, is that listed on this sheet here?
It's not listed on that sheet, but it is the 4 Point Sheraton in Arusha. That is where you would go when you're coming in
Okay.
early in
4
Arusha.
Point Sheraton.
Yes, in Arusha.
And how do you spell that?
Oh, the Sheraton 4 Points.
No, Arusha.
Oh, sorry. So Arusha. Arusha.
Arusha. Okay, got it. Okay,
You got
in
it.
Kilimanjaro.
Yes, and you're going to fly into JRO. That's the airport code, Kilimanjaro.
Okay, Arusha, but the hotel is in Kilimanjaro.
No, the hotel is in Arusha. So Arusha.
Oh, okay,
Right,
okay.
right. So you fly into Kilimanjaro, and then the hotel is in Arusha.
Okay, good. How far is that?
That's about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Kilimanjaro.
What would you suggest if we are for getting to the hotel from the airport if we do arrive early?
They do have taxi services right there, and they're labeled, meaning you can actually see that there are taxi services available for you.
Okay, all right. That's all for now. Thank you.
All right. And if you think of anything else, let us know.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
awesome. Anybody else with questions? Alicia, excited that you're coming too. Excited that you're here. Anyone else made the decision tonight or have any other questions to clarify in order to make your decision tonight? Dun, dun, dun.
My questions were pretty much along the same lines as Michelle's. So I know that you said that you can go from DC as well into Kilimanjaro. I remember Coach Cash, you mentioned another city that you were going to transfer.
IAD, that's still DC, IAD.
Oh,
Ethiopian
DC.
Airlines.
Okay.
It's the most direct flight. You know, I've been studying these flight patterns, and Jay already gave us the the play. Okay, it's IAD to Addis Ababa to Kilimanjaro. That's the quickest situation. Everything else is like
Okay.
you playing Tetris out here. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, that's the best situation. So you go from Jersey over there to IAD, and then you run it that way.
Okay. Okay. And the whole meals, you said the meals were included, just not the drink.
You got it.
The video said something about bring $300 or whatever.
Well, you still want to bring money. Yes, bring your money.
Okay.
Bring your
Okay.
money, right?
Yeah.
We always want to travel with money. Yes.
No, I am, but I just want to like make sure I have enough for like whether it's food or, you know, gifts or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's why I put on the bottom of the
souvenirs.
slide, it put all meals included, because the standard trip that we have does not have all meals included. But for the Wanted Woman retreat, we made sure that we added that for you. And but it's good. That's a great question, and we do recommend. Now, let me say this, because some people say, "Well, how much? What's the minimum amount of money that I can bring on a trip?" And I tell everybody, how we spend is subjective. Survival, if you want to survive, you can bring $300 to $500. You'll be all right. But I've watched people go far beyond that. And so I like to let everybody know it's up to you how much you spend. The minimum would be $300 to $500. You will be able to purchase, like if you decided you wanted to get a few extra things, you could definitely do that, because the meals are included. So you don't have to worry about that. But the one thing I tell everybody is bring your Visa or MasterCard. They don't typically take American Express. And you're probably going to do better off by having some cash for the souvenirs, because you will shop at the local markets, and you will, when you go to the Maasai village, they're going to want to have it in Tanzanian shillings. So you want to bring U.S. bills, and you want to bring larger bills to be able to exchange it, because you get a better exchange rate. Now, that's a part of the culture training. We'll walk you through it. You won't have any surprises or anything like that. And again, you'll know exactly what to expect at every turn. And you'll know, as far as, when you go to the Maasai village, what to expect when you get there. And they're very warm and loving people, and you'll learn a lot. And the same thing in Zanzibar, same thing across the board. So, but that, but in a nutshell, $300 to $500 you can survive off of. But if you want to spend and shop, then maybe bring a little bit more. Any other questions?
Yes, so Tanya's asking, only double occupancy rooms are available at this point, correct? Yes. So literally we have one room left with double occupancy. Yes.
Oh, wow. One room left.
Yes.
Okay.
We got one room left, double occupancy. We have 2 beds left. But Tanya, we have non-crazy people on the trip, okay? Like you see Kima's a cool girl. You saw Michelle, she a cool girl too. Gail, who's the OB, she a cool girl. We got some cool girls on the trip, so
Yeah,
we laid
they're
some
all
ground
pretty
rules.
cool. Like, I would personally room with any of the girls that are going. Like, but I have my roommate already, Harriet. But I'm telling you, everyone's like really cool and easy to get along with.
Yeah. So Tanya, I
Seriously.
wouldn't, don't worry, girl. We're not gonna put you with anybody too crazy. We lay ground rules. Like, you can't walk around your room naked. Ain't nobody see all that. I know some people, they like to be wild and free, but not in your room. Okay. Adachi says she's had her hand up. So go ahead, sis. What you saying?
Okay, 2 questions. The flight from I guess the flight to Zanzibar and the flight from Zanzibar, is that included in the cost?
Yes, it is.
Included.
Tanzania domestic, yes, that's all included.
Okay,
yes.
that's included. And then, so I just need to know, because I'm coming from Los Angeles, is there a specific type of airline situation I should look for? Like, as far, do I need to like fly to New York and then from New York to somewhere, or like which direction do I need to go? I don't know.
Okay, I would recommend you fly to Dulles, Washington
Dallas?
Dulles International. Dulles, DULLES, Washington Dulles International.
Oh.
I recommend this only because this is the route that I fly.
Okay.
When I go to Tanzania, I catch Ethiopian Airlines.
Okay.
I take that to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. So it'll be a direct, probably about 13 hours direct to Addis Ababa. And then you'll do a layover there and catch, it's about another 2 hours from Addis Ababa into Kilimanjaro.
How do you spell Addis Ababa?
Okay, ADDIS, ADDIS, ABABA, Ababa.
Oh, Ababa. Okay, and then from
Yes.
Ababa to Kilimanjaro.
You got it.
Got it. All right. So, and then Dulles, Washington. So that's in Washington, D.C.?
Yes, right outside of DC. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you could also play with it through Chat GPT. I'm a Chat GPT-esque person. So, anything you thinking too hard on, just go to Chat GPT and have it think for you. Okay. Because it's saying, 19 hours on KLM through Amsterdam, but that's your business, right? So I was asking for the shortest flight from LA to Kilimanjaro, but I am going the way that Jay recommended with the Ethiopian Airlines.
You can do KLM. KLM is another option. You will go up and
I've
it
heard
is.
good things about KLM.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard good things about KLM, and they were all around Amsterdam and all that stuff. And Africa was so close to Amsterdam. It was like right there.
So I asked it for the shortest flight from LA to Kilimanjaro, and it said it's approximately 19 hours and 55 minutes, including your layover. So it's LA to Amsterdam to JRO is what it looks like. But
I like that. Okay, thank you for the
check them out.
Thank you for the options. I appreciate it. We'll play with that. Thank you.
Play around with that.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Where's this itinerary? Because I didn't see that yet.
We sent you an email with the itinerary. We sure did. What was that, like last week, Michelle? Was that last week?
Okay, I gotta look. I get so many emails.
I'm sorry.
And it's from Wanted Women though? Or is it okay?
Yeah.
Coach Cass,
Mhm.
it was about maybe a couple of weeks ago. I printed this out on shucks, I don't know. I don't have the date on here. Oh yeah, I do. I printed this out on 12/8, December 8th. Was that last week?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
So,
Oh, it was
9 days ago.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. It's been a lot.
I think it says something like itinerary, so we were like, a couple of people were asking about the itinerary, so we emailed
Yes,
it.
it's woman retreat itinerary. Yes.
There we go.
Okay. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Sorry, I'm a paper.
And then I had another question. I know I got a WhatsApp invite. But
So
I can't comment on there.
No, so Jay's admin team created like a WhatsApp announcement group. So it's just to send announcements out.
Okay.
It's not our normal group that we create where we talk back and forth. Because essentially we're in December and the trip is in July.
Right,
So
end of July.
we don't need to start talking back and forth 7 months
Right.
in advance.
Okay.
So, we'll drop that in July. You know what I mean? Like we'll have a pre-party and all that stuff like over there
Okay.
by July. Yeah, so that they're sending, what are they sending, Jay, with that?
Just to keep everybody plugged in so that everyone is aware of like different updates, and it's like a culture training to make sure that everyone is kind of okay. If you have questions about what should I wear and different cultural aspects, that's all. It's just to keep everybody connected to the trip, to let everyone know they haven't been forgotten and that we are communicating, because sometimes people say, oh, I signed up and I haven't heard anything, and so we like to make sure that people know, oh, no, you haven't been forgotten. But then we recognize we try not to overwhelm people, because some people say, oh, I'm getting too many messages. So the WhatsApp group is there if there are any questions. And of course, if you have any questions, just reach out to our team. Once you've signed up, you just can click and email us and a team will get right back to you.
Mr. J, I have a question.
Sure.
In terms of the funds, are there other opportunities to exchange money within the city? Do you get a better rate there, or should we just stick with the airport?
I say stick with the airport, because you're kind of like in a rural area, and there are ATMs that work just fine. But sometimes I think about, it's kind of like, hey, the little bit you might save here, the time that it would take to move around and navigate it, you lose time and energy. So it's kind of like, hey, go ahead and get it right there. That's what I do. I just get it at the airport, and then I move on with the rest of my trip, and I don't have to think about it anymore. But there are other places. The ATMs are there. If you do run out of money, there are ATMs. But we try to encourage everybody to at least exchange some money at the airport so they can move on with their trip. And we'll cover that in the culture training.
How much do you suggest we should exchange, like a ballpark?
I would say just a minimum $200. That'll just to exchange, to get started. Now, if you're going to go out and you're going to spend some money, then go ahead and exchange what you think you're going to spend. So if you think you're going to spend $500-$600, then go ahead and exchange it, because they prefer their currency, which is Tanzanian shillings. But if it's just to kind of be safe, say, hey, I need enough to make sure that I cover any of my incidentals or anything like that, then $200 would be a good amount. Because trying to exchange it back, you want to try to spend whatever you're going to exchange, so that you don't have to deal with the buyback part of it. Right. So and you cannot get the money on the front end. You cannot get it in the States, because I tried it before. Everything I'm telling you, I've tried and failed miserably. I was thinking I was going to get some Tanzanian shillings and went to the exchange at the airport in Dulles, and they were like, no, sir, we don't carry those. And so I said, okay. And so I went on over to Tanzania and got it, and it'll be fine. You get there and they have all of the, all the shillings that you need, but 200 minimum as far as like your basic incidentals. But if you're going to do some shopping, then by all means, get the amount that you think you're going to spend.
Okay.
You got all your questions answered. Y'all,
I got one more question. The insurance.
Yeah.
I didn't get that yet. How do I go about doing that?
So there's Alliance Global, there's Travel Guard, there's several travel insurance companies. You just want to make sure to get it. What's a certain type of travel insurance everyone should get, Jay?
Well, to cancel any reason, and you want to do that quickly after you sign up. But you would definitely want to get the insurance that has the medical option. Please do not get travel insurance without the medical option. And because that is something that, if you happen to get sick or something like that, that's what's going to make sure that you're covered when you are on the trip. And read the terms and conditions of the policy. That's what I always recommend. Read the terms and conditions of the policy to make sure that you know what the coverages are and that you're okay with them. And for the investment that you're making, the expense of the travel insurance is minimal. It is minimal. And so that's something that you want to make sure that you do that as quickly as possible.
Okay. Cool.
Anyone else have any questions? Angie, Kamisha, Tanya, any questions that you guys have in regards to this trip?
And we'll pick up that traveling insurance when we do our ticket, right, for air travel. Is that the type insurance we're talking about, or are we talking about something separate?
Well, it will cover your flight as well, but this is something that you want to do now. And what they'll do is ask you all of the questions about the trip. So this covers the whole trip. So that's the thing that you want to get, as well as the medical portion. So meaning that if you get sick, that's the thing you want to make sure is added on to that. So it's not just flight. This is if you have interruption, your luggage is lost, if you get sick. So this is comprehensive travel insurance with the medical option. And you want to see if you still qualify for the cancel any reason option in the event that your plans change or something like that. So just kind of here's comprehensive travel insurance with the medical option. And you want to see if you still qualify for cancel any reason.
Oh, okay.
What was the name you gave before for the insurance company?
Travel Guard, Alliance Global.
Is that Alliance? Or are you saying
that's one?
Yeah.
Alliance? Because I've gone with them before, so I was just curious. Okay.
However you say it.
But I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
That just sounds so type of special. There you go. Jay dropped the link.
Oh.
And that's just something that if you want to check a variety of different ones.
Okay.
Let me just check here real quick, make sure that I didn't. Yep. You take that and you can copy and paste it, and it gives you can research a variety of different options. I see AIG, I'm looking here, Berkshire Hathaway, you have it's a lot of them. TravelX, Nationwide, John Hancock, Geo Blue, I'm sure Allianz is on there, and some of the other ones that were mentioned, but you can kind of see there, and it kind of walks you through it'll walk you through the process. You can get a quote for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm excited. This will be my first big trip by myself.
Congratulations.
Yes. Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Listen, you could meet up with Michelle, Kima, and Gail and go out of IAD. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be solo, right? So
that sounds like a plan.
We'll send out an email just to see where people are at with their flights and see if we can help y'all get it together.
Do we have our flights by now? Because I don't have my flight by now. I'm still.
Some people do have their flights by now. Yes.
Okay.
Play around if you want to.
I don't have mine yet. Oh,
look,
Lord.
Kima doesn't have hers. Michelle, you don't have yours, and Twana don't have yours. See, look at that. Y'all got travel buddies. Bam. Bam. Gail doesn't have hers. Boom. Bam, bam, boom.
All right.
So Karen doesn't have hers either. So y'all just look at the IAD flight from Ethiopian Airlines, making sure to get you there before what, 12 o'clock you said, Jay? on
Yeah, you
that,
want to get there close to that midday time frame. Yes.
right? So whatever flight's gonna get there by midday. And I know for some of you, you like to get in early, like you were saying. So whenever, just before midday on July 25th, right?
Right. And the reason why is because if you're doing the welcome event that night, you don't want to get in at 7 o'clock and then have to try to, rush to the, so those are things that we think about. So the closer to midday, it's close to check-in time. You get checked in, get a chance to take a shower and get refreshed, and then get ready for Coach Cass and all the festivities.
Yeah, I think these ladies gonna come a little early. Is what they
I
looking
was
like.
sensing that too. I was getting that vibe.
I'm getting that vibe. So y'all can decide if you want to come in on the 24th and figure that out so you have a good night's rest. So you all ready for wild nights. And wild night is your clothes, not actual activities. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my goodness. See, Michelle says she's looking to arrive on the 24th. Okay. See, Adachi says she'll fly in the day before too. See, look. Y'all got friends. Okay, so let me just write this down. Okay, so Michelle, Adachi, Gail, Hema, Karen, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Tawana.
Twana. Thank you, baby. And Twana. Boom. And I think there's a thing if 10 people are booking a flight at the same time, you could get like a payment plan on the flight. I feel like that's a thing.
It depends.
It depends. Oh, okay.
It depends on the flight. These flights are these flights are something else.
Just kidding. Okay, very good. Let me not promise. Let me not promise anything crazy. All right, bet. So I'll send out an email to see who wants that flight, and then we'll see how we can help y'all. Okay, very well, very good. All right, all hearts and minds good? Y'all good? Y'all great? Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate that.
So congratulations to everyone who is joining us for the Wanted Woman Retreat. We're excited to have you. For those of you that are on the fence, once again, we only have 2 spots left, right? And don't worry, who all gonna be there? You've already met some of the ladies. For those of you that are able to come on camera that are coming on the trip so they can see that y'all are normal individuals. Right. Sometimes people get scared. They're like, I don't know who all gonna be there. So these ladies right here are some good ladies that are from all over the country, right? Who are here and love to have a good time and travel, right? So we had some retirees, we had some professionals, we got some doctors, we got some voiceover artists, we got some directors. We have some folks, right? We got some folks. Oh, you got new hair, Twana. I see. I don't recognize you. About. Come on, new hair. All right, ladies. So we are absolutely excited that y'all have decided to join us, and we will see you on the beautiful beaches of the world. We got 2 spots left, so you can tell a girlfriend, right? You can still tell a girlfriend. We are looking to sell out of these 2 seats by tomorrow. So tell her to get it together if she's been on the fence, okay? And you can also send her this replay. We'll send it out to you, okay?
Good.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
And everyone.
Enjoy. Bye, guys. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, bye, bye. All right. So for those of you that watched the replay here today and would like to join us on the beautiful beaches of Zanzibar, join me. Go to wantedwomanretreat.com. See you soon. Bye-bye.